Good afternoon, Cedar Grove. I'm Robbie Vargo. I'm the mayor of Cedar Grove. I would like to take the opportunity to address the community with regard to the current coronavirus pandemic that we're dealing with and the steps the township is implementing to make sure that all of our residents are safe. Before I get into those steps, there are a couple of things that I would like to go over. So I have a script here that I'm going to read at some point in time, but there are some things that I want to go off script on. The first is I want to address the community. When I talk about 2 years ago when I decided to run for township council about how strong our community is. I meant that then, and I mean it now. Our community is one of the most supportive communities that I've ever seen. We come together in times of need like no other. And while we may not be physically able to come together now, I strongly encourage you all to reach out to your friends, to reach out to your family members. Obviously, keep a socially distant, be socially distant, but support one another. This is a tough time for us all, and we need to be there for one another. So I wanted to start with that. We're all here for you. Please be there for each other. Transitioning to being there for each other, we have a lot of businesses in town. A lot of our businesses are small, family-owned businesses. Those businesses have been there for us when we needed a sponsorship for baseball or for softball or for lacrosse or whatever it may be. They were there when we needed them. And I strongly encourage you to be there in their times of need. We have many restaurants in town. We have many services that are going on in town. And be cognizant of some of the things that some of these restaurants are doing in terms of takeout and delivery. We're going to be working on a list that we'll provide and we will send out through our township Facebook page and township website as to what our businesses are doing. If you don't feel comfortable going to a business for whatever reason that may be, if they are still open, I encourage you to try to buy a gift card. Look online to see if that business will sell a gift card online. If not, see if you can buy a gift card over the phone. But we need to support these businesses so that way they are there when we get through this. And we will get through this. I can promise you that. The township is working in close coordination with the County of Essex and with the Governor's Office. Some of the things that I'm going to talk about now, myself and Tom Tucci have been working tirelessly to develop along with all of our professionals within the township. You saw some directives that went out, I believe, on Sunday or so with regard to some of the township closures. We're being extra cautious. We're being proactive. We're staying informed, and we are following what the state is telling us to do and what Essex County is telling us to do. The goal for these updates is to get information out to the community. We're going to do these updates as needed. As you know, and I'm sure as you've seen, some of the information is coming out hourly. And we are committed to getting this information out to you as fast as possible through our official page so that way that you know that it's accurate information that we're providing. Lastly, I want to thank everybody in the township for doing all of the hard work that they do. I'm sitting here in our conference room. I have several police officers here. I have our township manager here. And I came into town hall and I see everybody doing their part to keep our township running. And I want to thank all of our first responders, our rescue squad, our fire department. I want to specifically thank Mr. Tom Tucci, who's sitting to my left off camera here, because him and I have been on the phone constantly, and no matter what time of the day it is. So I want to thank everybody for doing what you do and for doing your part. So now I'm going to go into my script here. My script, it's going to be just me reading what we're doing. So a quick status update on the community. And with regard to COVID-19, there has been a common question as to whether we have any confirmed cases of COVID-19. Unfortunately, there have been 3 confirmed cases at this time in Cedar Grove. What I want to do is to ensure that all of the identified cases that we have were identified early and were quarantined immediately. 2 of the cases stem from 2 different nursing homes, and the third is a resident who is quarantined at his residence. A number of steps have been enacted in order to lessen the effects of this pandemic. All are posted on the township website. I will encourage you to continue to review the township website because we have information that's going out, like I said, almost hourly. Things are potentially changing. What I'm going to go through now are some of the facilities that we have within the community and the steps that we're taking. So with regard to the municipal building, I will tell you this, we are up and running. If you need something from the township, you will get that service, but we encourage you to call. And here are some limitations that we have. Physical access to the municipal building will be limited through March 30th, 2020. The tax collection window will not be accepting payments directly at the window. The drop box can be utilized in the lobby of Town Hall for any payments. First floor restrooms will be available. All municipal offices will be open for information by telephone, fax, or email. There will be no office visitation. We are trying to limit the amount of residents that come into Town Hall for the protection of the employees here. And residents are encouraged to use anything online. If you have a construction permit, zoning, or planning, please call the construction and zoning office. They will provide information with regard to inspections and permitting. The police department. The police department is obviously fully operational, and it will remain that way. We've taken some additional precautions to ensure that we remain fully operational. For emergent matters, as always, dial 911. You will get an immediate response, as you always do. For all non-emergent police matters, these will be conducted over the phone when possible. The number to call for non-emergent police matters is 973-239-4100. Recreation facilities. All recreation programs are suspended until March 30th, 2020, or when conditions permit the resumption of those activities. All township recreational facilities are closed until March 30th, 2020, or until conditions permit resumptions. This includes some of our parks. I should say not some of them, all of our parks. The goal is social distancing and to limit the interaction of large groups. And while it is important to have parks open for fresh air, it is also equally as important to limit large groups congregating at those parks. This is consistent with many of the other townships throughout Essex County and consistent with the County of Essex. The Cedar Grove Public Library. The Cedar Grove Public Library is closed until March 30th, 2020, consistent with the Cedar Grove Public School closing. Notifications will be made upon anticipated reopening. Senior medical transportation. Normal senior bus routes have been modified to limit trips to food and pharmacy trips only. It is strongly recommended food purchases be made online or via phone orders, with the bus service used for pickup and payment only. Solid waste and recycling. All solid waste, recycling, bulk waste, and vegetative waste pickup will resume on a normal schedule until further notice. The Township Recycling Center will be open normally scheduled hours. So as I've said, we're going to provide an update on an as-needed basis. Many steps have been implemented by the Township Emergency Service to curtail the spread of the coronavirus COVID-19 and provide services to Cedar Grove residents that we are accustomed to. We are here. We are equipped, and we are prepared to assist you. We are just a phone call away. We are operating a little bit differently nowadays, keeping our distance, but it is for the safety of everybody. And I want to ensure we will get through this. We will get through this as a community. We will get through this as a state, and we will get through this as a nation. We are all here for each other. Please, please support each other and support our local businesses, and we will get through this. Thank you.